Whoo, got him.
Hey guys, my neighbor's been having issues with the hogs out at her ranch lately, and she asked me if I would go out there and take care of the hogs for her, and I said of course. And they've been very thankful. They're like, oh, golly, thank you so much for going out there and doing this for us. Meanwhile, I'm over here like, are you kidding me? I would pay to do this kind of thing. But anyway, I went out there back in November and checked it out, and it looked like, there were obvious hog signs. It just seemed like they weren't really in the area at that time. And what I mean by that is there were ruts. I mean, they'd been digging up this field, but it was just old. All the poop was old. I did see one hog. It was about 500 or 600 yards off of their property. It looked like a lone boar. I had permission to shoot it. It's just I didn't have my 308 or Creedmoor, so I didn't even want to try. But anyway, that was back in November. I went out and checked my game cameras a couple weeks ago, and it seems like they're coming back. There are some fresh signs. They're really rutting it up out in this field, and I'll show you here in a second on Google Earth exactly what I'm talking about. But before I do that, hogs they kind of migrate in an area. So what they do is they find a good food source, they use it up, and they move along. If they've eaten everything, if there's not enough water, or if they feel threatened, they'll move around. So they might stay here for a couple months, they might move over here. I went out there and I blasted a few the other day, so it's possible they've moved on. I guess we'll find out when I go out there tomorrow. But I'm going to bring you in and show you this map right here real fast and kind of show you what's going on and what I'm thinking.
Alright guys, so here's the property right here. I've outlined it in green. It's, according to Google Earth, 411 acres, as I'll show you right here. Not sure how accurate that is, but it is a pretty big piece of property. So, I've seen hogs over here, but she's not having problems over here. She's having problems in this hayfield right here. The past 2 times I've been out there, I've seen them in these trees. The first time I did not have a real gun. I had a pistol, which I guess is a real gun. But, I mean, good luck shooting a bunch of hogs with a pistol as they're running away. What happened was they ended up crossing here and they ran off this way. I don't really know where they went. I'm not too concerned about that. I just hope they're there tomorrow. The second time I went, I made a plan. I had my AR. I was going to drive from here to here and cut them off and shoot them. So I've been seeing them back here in these trees. Piggy sightings. I clicked that. It's over here. I've seen pigs over there. Anyway, so my plan originally was to cut them off. As soon as I got to this gate, they were already taking off. So that, I'm either going to have to move faster across here and avoid this lake, this road. Don't take this road because they'll hear my truck. Anyway, so my game plan is to maybe park right here on this road and then walk along this fence line until I'm about here, next to where they typically are. There's some good green grass back in here. The whole field right now is just green and soft. Are these hogs? Nah, those are cows. Anyway, the whole field's green. I mean, it's a hog heaven. So my game plan is to just hike over here and then find them in the trees and shoot them, I think. Or, I can park over here and then drive as fast as I can to that point right there. And where the hogs are going to go, they're going to go to their normal spot and they're going to run straight into me. And then I'll shoot them. I'm going to have to move fast to do that though, because they're going to hear me coming. And I don't want to blow that. So that's option 2. I'm going to have the drone flying the entire time just to make sure I get a good shot of everything. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm thinking the only way to make a great video out of this, or at least a good video, or a video at all, is going to be if I can kill a hog. My highest chance of success is probably just sneaking over to this point and then finding them in the trees. My issue is from here to here is about a mile. I don't particularly want to walk from here to here if there's no hogs here tomorrow. But, we'll see. I'll see you all in the morning. We'll see what I decide to do. Okay guys, new plan. I think originally I was going to kind of sneak around out there, but one of the property owners just texted me and told me that, sorry, there's something going on with my stereo. texted me and told me that she's going to be heading out there here in a little bit to load up some cows on a trailer and drive them somewhere else. And the issue is that those cows are going to kind of be in the area that I'm in, and I don't want her to scare those hogs off, and I also don't want to be shooting while she's out there. So I think the game plan is going to be, I am going to just get there, put the GoPro on the AR, and do what I did in the last video and just run right up to him, hopefully. We'll see how it goes. This railroad track marks her property, so that all right there is hers. All that out there is hers. So what I'm gonna do is pull on the side of the road right here to the left. Here's the field where they are. And then I'm gonna pull by and we're gonna look down it real fast. All right, I don't see any pigs out there, so, and I didn't expect to either. So about a half mile that way, there's a turn in those trees, and that's where I figure they're gonna be. So I think I'm just gonna hop out and head that way. Maybe I'll fly the drone down there a little bit real quick. We'll see. So I flew the drone down and I was just mostly looking for hogs in this field, and you can see compared to Google Earth, this place is so much greener. As I got closer to the end, it started kind of looking like there were hogs out in the field. You're gonna see here in a second. Those are just ruts, and I'll cover those here in a little bit. Of course, the freaking train comes. Right when I'm going. My worry about the train was that the horn's so dang loud, I was worried it was going to scare the pigs off. But if you think about it, that train actually comes through every 20 or 30 minutes. So if those pigs aren't used to it by now, then they're just never going to get used to it. My game plan was pretty much just to walk down the tree line real quietly and hope to sneak up on the pigs so that I could get some good shots off at them. I actually ended up smelling them before I saw them, which is pretty normal actually. If you don't know what pigs smell like, it's like a cattle type smell, but a little more sour. Next time you're pig hunting and you see some, take a good strong whiff. You'll see what I mean. So right here, I smelled them, and I'm turning up the volume so you can hear it, and I say, smells like pigs right here, and then they start moving. Just got a big whiff of pig. So I've turned down the audio because there's something going on with my mic. I don't know if it's the adapter is transmitting sound all the way down to the mic, but it was banging up against my gun, making a ton of noise. What ended up happening was they started running right, which is north, I believe, which I did not expect. So I'm sprinting along these trees trying to catch up to them, and as soon as I get a shot, here's what happens. Yeah, that was a dry fire. I didn't load my gun. I'm going to get a lot of crap from Duel about that one. It's happened in the past. Then I had a bunch of trouble with my cord, and finally, after getting my gun loaded... There goes one. So, at this point, you're probably noticing that every time I pull the trigger, the GoPro aims further down and further down. It's just one of those things, you gotta learn the lesson the hard way. I did not tighten the GoPro onto the mount tight enough, so every time I pulled the trigger, the gun moved backwards and the GoPro went forward. Really unfortunate, and I also had a really hard time hitting them with that red dot because it's sighted in for 20 yards, and I'm shooting about 80 yards at these pigs. And honestly, it's not easy hitting a moving target. You should try it sometime. Boy, that GoPro really messed me up. Yeah, it was totally the GoPro messing me up. Nothing else, because I'm a great shot, let me tell you. Here's the pig. I just went ahead and cut the audio here because it's nothing special, and the mic's just really messing up. I may have damaged the cord when I ripped it out with my mouth in a panic. It's about 180 pounds. I think it might be pregnant, which is good. But yeah, nothing special. Okay, so I just got done walking all the way down that field, and I mean all the way. I did not see them until I was to the other end, which is fine. If I could do it different, I would have taken the 308 instead, because they did not do what I thought they would do. They ended up running, well, if I could do it all different, I think I would not have the GoPro on my AR, because the cord, I'll show you all here in a little bit, but basically the charging handle, it got stuck and it would not shoot, and then I ended up ripping the mic out with my mouth, and it was just a mess. I did get one. I am super embarrassed to say that I shot 25 times or more. I'm not sure, you can count. Actually, here, let's check right now. Where's my... Okay. How many are in here? One. Oh my gosh. So there's two. I shot 28 times. That's fine, you know. It is very difficult, and I'm going to show you all here in a little bit, but it's very difficult to hit targets at about 80 yards that are the size of a small dog, that are running about 7 or 8 miles an hour with a red dot that is sighted in at about 20 yards. Because if I'm, half an inch off to the left at 20 yards, at 70 yards, I'm going to be like, I don't know. I guess I can do the math on that and I'll get back to you. But I do know that because of the height above the barrel, that sight, it's going to be completely off at 70 yards compared to 20 yards. It might shoot 2.5 feet high. Who knows? I'll test it out here in a little bit and we'll see. But nailed that first one. That's all that matters, right? Got the big one. I'm going to drive back around the property. I'll drag it out and we'll get a better look at it. So here's those ruts from the sky, and you can see, this is only from a week or two of them coming out to this field. They're really, they're putting the hurt on it. So imagine a couple months. I want to go over something really fast. I mentioned a duel a minute ago, and he was actually supposed to meet me and do this with me, but he's joining the military, and he got called down to go to boot camp a little bit early. So that's really exciting for him. That's something he wants to do. I'm proud of him, and I hope he really loves it. Now, if you look up in the top right corner here, you see those pigs? Yeah. I didn't see them yet. They're going to stop. That's when I saw them. I stop and I turn the drone. I'm thinking, those are some really small cows. And then it hits me. Those are pigs, and they're running from the noise of the drone. So I'm thinking, and there's a blue heron right there. But I'm thinking, what can I do? This is not her property. This is about 200 yards off of her property. It's about 1.5 miles from where I actually am right now flying the drone. So I'm thinking, my plan is, if they're running from the drone, then I can just get on the other side of them. Sorry about the erratic flying. I'm still a little new with the drone. But watch this. Her property's up on the screen. They stop right there because now I'm on the other side of them. She, the mom, hears the drone and turns around and runs right back the other way. And there she goes out the field. I don't know why they're afraid of the drone. It's just a noise in the sky. When they first started running from it, it was about 700 or 800 feet up in the air. I couldn't even hear it. I don't know if somebody has shot at them before. So you can see the 9 crossing the fence right there. But if you look on the left side of the screen, and I wish I could have my mouse on the screen, there's a boar actually moving towards the top left corner. I wish I had seen that. I did not see it. I would have gone for him instead. Just shoot a bigger pig. It's always about the bigger ones. But I decided at this point I would haul my butt back to the truck and drive all the way over here and try and find him in these trees. But this is an awesome discovery. I can do this every time now. Alright guys, I flew the drone up, and you'll see I've got footage of it, and I flew it off of her property ways, and I found some hogs, and I pushed them onto her property. So it's about 1 mile away. I don't know if they're still going to be there, but I'm going to drive a little bit closer and then fly the drone up again and try and locate them. I'll figure out what I'm doing from there. See y'all then. Alright, I flew the drone around, and I didn't see anything. There's some pretty thick stuff in here that they could have bedded down in. So I think my plan is I'm just going to cover every inch of this place. I'm just going to step everywhere. And if they're not in here, then there's 2 places they could have gone. And those 2 places are either over to a corner where there are more mesquite trees and they would be stuck between the train tracks and the lake or back over to where they came from. Either way, I would get them. I mean, I'll fly the drone and just scare them back over, or I'll just drive over and shoot them in the corner. I spotted a little one moving around in this thick stuff. If you look in the top right part of the screen or just the top center, along that thick brush there's a small black dot moving towards the right. I really didn't want to shoot one of the smaller ones first. I wanted to shoot a big one first because the little ones generally get confused and don't know where to go. I could not find that big one, and as soon as I did, she bolted. I blame these shots on the GoPro.
Whew, got him.
I ran up to her, I finished her off. I don't like things to suffer. And then I took off after those little ones, but they were just a little too fast.
I just killed it. I just killed another one. There were some little ones with it. Could have popped a little one at the start and then probably killed the big one. I just really wanted to get a nice clean still shot on the big one, but I guess it heard me or it picked up my scent or something. But I'm gonna try and find that dead one, and I'll turn the camera back on. I'm not gonna lie, I've been walking around back here for like 15 minutes looking for this dang pig. Don't you just hate it when that happens? You run into a group of pigs and you shoot the big one and you double tap it in the head. It's dead. You know it's dead. It's not going anywhere. I can't believe I've lost that dang pig. Am I gonna have to retrack? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to where I started and stalk all the way around to this spot right here. I mean, how am I supposed to find a live pig if I can't even find a dead pig? That train is super annoying. I think one passes about every 15 minutes. Which actually is convenient if you think about it. I can just time the train with moving. Anyway, I'm gonna fly the drone up in the air, see if I can't find the dead pig with the drone. Why not, right? We'll make this video all about the drone.
And honestly, half of this video could not have taken place without the drone. There's the pig right there. Can you see it? Just about dead center. It's that black dot by that tree. Now it's at the top of the screen. Now it's at the middle of the screen.
I have found the pig. So I just want to see where I hit him. It's not as big as, when I say big, I mean compared to those little ones. Okay, it looks like this is the shot that dropped her. Right here. Took out her shoulder. Brought her down. I can feel her ribs are broken, which means I probably destroyed her heart and lungs. So she went down pretty quick. I went ahead and double tapped her in the head, as you can see right there. That's the exit wound. She's not very big. She probably weighs 150 pounds, maybe. Yeah, I mean,
Y'all don't need to hear me mumble about the pig. I wish I had killed more than the two. I saw maybe 30 in total, which is great. I killed two big ones. I don't know how the little ones operate without their big ones. They tend to follow them around. I'm not sure what to expect next time I go out there. I did end up sighting my AR in to 50 yards, which should make it a lot easier. And then I went and sighted my 308 in, or checked its accuracy. From where I was, 200 yards away, it seemed like I missed this bottle. So I shot it again, and I thought I missed it again, and I'm thinking, well, good thing I didn't shoot those pigs with my 308. Then I shot the ground and dirt exploded the other bottles. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you could leave a like, even subscribe, that would really help me. Next time I'll make sure my mic's working all right. I'll get some more drone footage in, and maybe I'll even shoot them from further away with, the Creedmoor or the 308. I said that last time. Also, before I go, I think what I'm going to start doing is just uploading more videos and not worrying as much about the content. I have so many videos shot on here that just weren't really successes from my point of view. So many one hog trips, one catfish type trips, but really it's more than just shooting the hogs or catching the fish. So hopefully y'all get to see more of that from me. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time.